It only took a few months, but Latite Client has finally been updated to Minecraft Bedrock Edition 26.0. As you can see, their notification right over here. You can view full changelogs on their GitHub page, but for right now, I'm on their website, latite.net. This is going to be linked right down in the description below. Here you can simply download Latite v2 by clicking on the blue download button. Now, as you can see in my downloads, I've got the Latite Client installer, and if you do as well, you can simply click on this right over here and it is going to go ahead and start up, do its thing, install Latite Client for you. Of course, Latite is completely safe. It is an incredibly trusted Minecraft Bedrock client, and it has actually been updated by an insane developer as well. If you guys don't know Mario, basically he's the same guy who kinda runs both Odorso and Brine Client, and he's actually also assisted Latite in updating, which is just fantastic. Anyways, the install process has finished over here because it's really fast, and now because this is just the installer, you can actually just go ahead and delete that as well. And you can look for the launcher. You might have a desktop shortcut that was made automatically, but for right now I'll just look for the app right over here. There we have it. You can check these settings over here. There's a few things you can customize, but for right now I'll just click on launch, and what that's going to do is automatically open up your version of Minecraft Bedrock Edition with Latite Client injected as well. I appear to be getting this pop-up with them distinguishing 1.26.301.0 from 1.26.3. These are actually the same versions. If you get this as well, don't worry, Latite Client will work. There's just a problem with the way this pop-up has been implemented, I guess. As you can see, I'm inside of a Minecraft Bedrock Edition world, and I'll show you how to get started with Latite Client, but I do actually have a full in-depth tutorial if you want to watch that, and I'll link it down in the description. But to get started, you can press on the M button on your keyboard and then click on mod settings right over here, and this is going to open up the Latite Client main menu. And now for the ones of you who don't know yet, which is probably not a lot of you, Latite Client is definitely one of my favorite clients for Minecraft Bedrock Edition of all time. Basically, it's a client that is made to just improve your gameplay experience. There are no like hack utilities or whatever, all of that stuff. But just look at the UI, it looks fantastic. Everything about this client is just simply amazing, totally not biased. Anyways, in Latite Client over here, these are basically all of the utilities. We can click on these to turn them on and then click on them once again to turn them off. It's quite simple. Now, some of these are actually going to be things that show up on your screen, and you can filter by these by going on HUD over here, clicking on that. Now, we can, for example, enable an FPS counter, maybe also a speed display, and then closing out of here with escape. You can see those are both on my screen, but they're not really in the location I would like, so I can press on M, and then without going into mod settings, you can actually now edit your heads-up display and change the location of all these things. You can also access this location by going into the mod settings and clicking on that icon in the top right hand side. And now, for example, I can keep maybe my FPS counter right over here with the beautiful snapping that they have, and maybe I'll move my speed display down there, or I'll move it underneath the FPS counter. Anything is possible. And that is going to go ahead and display my speed. So pretty cool. Anyways, going back into the mod settings area, there is a few more things. For example, plugins. They actually now automatically load all of them into here. So these are just a bunch of plugins that you can use with the client. A lot of these just add custom utilities. If you want to install them, click on install. I'm not going to go too in depth into those for the rest. You can also sort by game utilities. These are just general things that are going to change stuff about your game, stuff like that. For example, free look, there is full bright to make sure that even if you're in like a dark cave, it's still going to be bright. For reference, this is full bright turned off. Yeah, you guys probably get the idea. Another one you should also definitely check out is the zoom. As you can see, I can enable it like that, but that won't actually do anything just yet. So to edit this, we can actually go into the customization settings area by clicking on this drop down button. And then we have a few things we can customize over here, including a general reset button as well. But basically, you probably saw we had a keybind set to that for C. So now with the zoom enabled, I can press on C whenever I want, and I will get the Java Edition Optifine Zoom to go ahead and look around my world. So that's definitely pretty cool. It's wonderful that we can also enjoy stuff like that on Bedrock Edition. Anyways, talking about those customization menus, Going into the HUD elements over here and then accessing these customization menus is actually going to give you a lot of customization for almost all of them. And at the very bottom here, it's even going to give you a live updating little preview of how this, in this case, FPS counter is going to look. So if I increase the text size, as you can see, that is going to increase as well. And it's just going to update automatically. So that's quite cool. Anyways, right now, though, that was basically that. Thank you all ever so much for watching. And I do, of course, hope to see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.